Monosodium glutamate, or MSG, is one of the most misunderstood ingredients in the world. For decades, it has been praised by chefs yet feared by the public. In this video, we'll uncover the science, history, and truth behind this fascinating flavor enhancer. MSG stands for monosodium glutamate, a compound made from sodium and glutamic acid. Glutamic acid is an amino acid found naturally in many foods like tomatoes, cheese, and mushrooms. It's responsible for the savory taste known as umami. Umami, often called the fifth taste, joins sweet, sour, salty, and bitter as one of our primary flavor sensations. It gives food depth, richness, and a mouth-watering appeal. MSG is, a concentrated way to deliver this umami experience. The story of MSG begins in Japan in 1908. Professor Kikunai Ikeda of Tokyo Imperial University discovered that seaweed broth, or kombu dashi, had a distinct flavor unlike the other four tastes. He isolated glutamate crystals from the seaweed and named the taste umami. So, Professor Ikeda then patented a method to produce monosodium glutamate industrially. This actually led to the creation of the brand Ajinomoto, which means essence of taste. It quickly became a household staple in Japan and before long spread across Asia. MSG was, initially made from wheat and then later from things like sugar beets and molasses. These days, most MSG is actually produced through fermentation, which is a natural process, kind of like making yogurt or vinegar. During this process, bacteria convert sugars into glutamic acid, and then that's neutralized with sodium. Even though MSG has these natural origins, it somehow gained a pretty negative reputation in the West. The controversy really kicked off back in 1969 after a letter to the New England Journal of Medicine described something called Chinese restaurant syndrome. The author of that letter claimed to experience headaches and numbness after eating Chinese food that contained MSG. That letter honestly sparked a lot of fear and led many people to believe MSG was harmful. But the thing is, the letter was just anecdotal and not actually backed up by scientific evidence. Over the years, a number of studies have tried to find a consistent link between MSG and those symptoms, but none have really confirmed any connection. In fact, the United States Food and Drug Administration has classified MSG as, generally recognized as safe since 1959. Similar assessments have been made by the World Health Organization and the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. These global agencies confirm that MSG is safe when consumed within normal dietary levels. The so-called MSG sensitivity occurs in very few individuals and typically only at extremely high doses, way more than what you'd find in normal meals. Even then, the reported symptoms are mild and temporary. For most people, MSG poses no risk at all. Interestingly, many foods naturally contain high levels of glutamate. Parmesan cheese, tomatoes, soy sauce, and mushrooms all deliver strong umami flavors due to their natural glutamate content. Yet, these foods are rarely viewed with the same suspicion as MSG. Chemically, MSG and natural glutamate are, identical. The body metabolizes them in the same way, regardless of where they come from. This means there's really no scientific basis to distinguish so-called natural glutamate from added MSG when it comes to health effects. MSG enhances flavor by stimulating taste receptors on the tongue that recognize glutamate. This reaction sends signals to the brain, producing a savory satisfaction that, complements other tastes. It helps food taste fuller and more balanced, all without increasing salt or fat. One of MSG's greatest benefits is its potential to reduce sodium intake. Because MSG contains only about 1/3 the sodium of table salt, it can help cut overall salt levels without compromising flavor. This makes it a pretty valuable tool for healthier cooking and food manufacturing. Research shows that incorporating MSG into meals can actually reduce sodium intake by as much as 40%. This can lower the risk of high blood pressure, all while keeping food just as tasty. It's honestly a simple yet effective strategy for improving public health. MSG's umami power has really made it indispensable in cuisines all around the world. From ramen and stir-fry to soups and snacks, it enhances the flavor of, well, countless dishes. Even Western fast food chains quietly use MSG in things like fried chicken, seasonings, and sauces. The stigma around MSG, however, persisted for decades, mostly because of misinformation and cultural bias. Many Asian restaurants were unfairly labeled as unhealthy just because they used MSG. This, unfortunately, fueled xenophobic myths instead of encouraging scientific understanding. In recent years, the narrative has begun to change. Renowned chefs and food scientists have worked to restore MSG's reputation. Figures like David Chang and Harold McGee have highlighted umami's importance in global gastronomy. Public education campaigns and culinary documentaries have helped clear MSG's name. People are learning that MSG is not an artificial chemical, but a naturally derived seasoning. Its flavor-enhancing power makes food more satisfying, often with fewer calories and less sodium. Some consumers prefer to avoid MSG due to personal sensitivity or preference. However, for the majority, moderate consumption poses no health concerns. As with all ingredients, balance and awareness are key. Beyond just flavor, MSG actually has some pretty interesting scientific applications in nutrition and food technology. It's often used in hospital meals, to help improve appetite for patients who have reduced taste perception. Plus, it also enhances the palatability of low-protein diets, which is really helpful for individuals dealing with chronic conditions. The discovery of umami has reshaped how we understand taste itself. Scientists now recognize that our taste buds have specific receptors for glutamate. This biological design suggests that humans are naturally drawn to umami as part of a balanced diet. Cultural appreciation of umami-rich foods is centuries old. Japanese dashi, Italian parmesan, and Korean kimchi all rely on natural glutamates. MSG simply makes it easier to achieve that same satisfying taste in a modern kitchen. Environmental sustainability is another benefit of MSG production. Since it's made through fermentation, it requires fewer resources than meat or fish-based flavorings. This makes MSG an efficient and eco-friendly seasoning option for the future of global food systems. In conclusion, MSG is not a mysterious chemical to fear, but a scientifically proven flavor enhancer that brings out the best in food. Its story is one of misunderstanding, rediscovery, and cultural evolution. By embracing the truth about MSG, we can enjoy food that's not only tastier, but also healthier and smarter.